Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 17th through the 23rd. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cancer. What is going on for you? Alright, the overall energy for the reading, the Fool. This is a very open energy, so it feels like whatever comes your way, you're possibly going to embrace it under this energy, but we'll see more about it when we clarify. But for now, you're showing up quite open. In the recent past, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Two of Wands, really sitting on a decision here. You know, there's choices you're looking at. There's like, I don't want to rush into things. I don't want to, you know, kind of giving yourself the time there. Really sitting on something there. Anyways, in the current situation, the Two of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Hierophant. I mean, there's a connection you're dealing with, and it definitely feels quite deep, quite meaningful at this point. It's like, energetically speaking, you're giving me a sense of, this is the shit, you know, this is good stuff right here, what I got going on. On the surface, there seems to be a little bit of a balancing act with it, you know, kind of, I feel like the energies are trying to settle in, to kind of align with the actual meaning of this connection. And I don't see it only on your side, even though it could be, but I feel like it's a mutual kind of a thing where the both of you, you and whoever you're dealing with, it's kind of, the both of you are kind of experiencing the same thing of, yeah, we're trying to smooth into these energies for a little bit. So it could feel a little confusing, where at times you're like, I don't know what I feel about the situation. But overall, the energy is definitely quite good, but I feel like it's massive. It's a massive energy, so maybe that's why you're having a hard time really tuning into it. In the immediate future, the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands, the Strength card. There's a lot of back and forth, great energy exchange that's happening between you and another energy. And it feels like it's coming from a place of really being tuned into your intuition. So it feels like it's a good exchange. It feels like it's appropriate. It feels like it's equal give and take. You know, it feels like a good exchange of energy here that you have going on with someone. But it feels like it takes a lot to maintain that, to sustain that balancing act here. Because in the current situation, it looks like you're kind of trying to find that balancing act. And then once you get it, and it's based off of your intuition, it's hard to maintain it. By the looks of it, it's still good. Let's clarify. Let me clarify the Fool. For the Fool, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Emperor. It's like you're taking charge of something, or you want to take charge of something, where you're probably thinking of creating something or putting something together, and it looks like it's a good something, whatever it is, but it does require time and patience. And the energy you're approaching this with is quite good. You know, it's one of those, we'll take it one day at a time. So you're not rushing through anything, even though the energy is quite jumping. It's a little, man, I'm so ready for this. Yeah, let's go, let's do, you know, but despite that, you are aware that it's probably going to take some time. So because of that, your energy of approaching this situation is coming through as, we'll just take it one day at a time. You know, we'll be patient through it. We'll see where it leads us. So great energy there, you know, of initiating something, of creating something. There's nobody at the door. That's blue. Learning to use his little doorbell when he needs to go out. But he's also using it when he doesn't need to go out, because he knows there's treats usually coming with it. So I just took him out. So I don't think he needs to go out. I don't know. Anyways, for the Page of Swords in the recent past, you get the Page of Swords again, the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Wands. A lot of practicality there in the way you used to approach things. And again, I see you sitting on deciding something, putting something together, maybe, creating a plan and then going for it. But because you are coming at this situation only from a very practical, of the mind kind of an energy, I feel like things felt pretty heavy, pretty hard, to start something off, to get something going. I don't even know if you did it with that Page of Swords. I feel like maybe you kind of dabble with it, really kind of, okay, let's try, but not really, but so I don't even see something really taking off, really taking off, Let's do the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, the Hangman. Your intuition is with you quite a bit here, where you're looking at some choices, looking at how you should proceed in a particular situation, and really pausing before acting on anything. So it's like, so I really want to make this decision right now, but because it doesn't necessarily feel like it could be the right decision, I'm just going to pause before I do anything. So it's definitely calling out your intuition there to help you out, especially into making some sort of decision there that you're wanting to make. Really great energy of aligning with yourself in that way and allowing yourself the time you need, to make proper decisions there. Let's do the Two of Wands. The Knight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. There's been a lot of self-work there. So as you were maybe trying to start something off, or maybe trying to initiate something, and I don't really see a lot coming through from that in terms of maybe you didn't actually start anything eventually. But I see you giving yourself enough time and space to be able to create something there so that you can get it started. And meanwhile, you're not just sitting around just waiting for, oh, universe, please help me out with this and we'll get it going. You're actually working on yourself a lot. There's a lot of self-love there. There's a lot of stepping into your power to get stuff accomplished, basically. So even though it seems like a pause, like nothing happened really, a lot of stuff happened. But more in how you worked with yourself, rather than working on an energy outside of yourself. Oh man, why is he... I think he still has a lot of energy left that I gotta exhaust after this reading, because it's been raining all day, so he didn't spend a lot of time outside. So even though he played inside, apparently it's not enough. For the Two of Pentacles in the current situation, you get the Seven of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to figure out some stuff here, especially the things that really you can do something about. So there's things in your life that, especially tied up to your own sense of stability, that you can decide upon. This I need, this I don't need. This I'm taking with, this I'm not taking with. This would be helpful in what I plan to do, this would not. So it's almost like sorting through things you need and things you don't need to take with you. There's also a little bit of fear in the way. So as you look through this box of things that you need and don't need and sort through that, there's also a little bit of fear as you go in and look. It's like this. I don't know if I need it. I have no idea. But meanwhile, being scared of it. Almost like, I kind of know that I need it, but I'm scared to use it. Like looking at whatever could be helpful, whatever could be not so helpful. But at times, fear is speaking instead of you speaking. And those are the times where you fall out of aligning with your intuition. So through this sorting out, I would say try to tap into your intuition as much as you can, instead of fear. Because at the end of the sorting out, you're going to look at those boxes and you're going to be like, what did I just do? Like, I don't understand anything. Like, this is the box, I forgot to write it down. Like, is this the box that I need? And is this the box that I don't need? And so it's all going to turn out in a big, confusing shit show, basically. If you fail to use your intuition here, and if you allow for fear to take over while you sort things out. Let's do the Lovers. In the current situation, the Three of Swords, the King of Wands, the Temperance card. Whoever it is that's by your side in a possible very strong, deep partnership here. Whoever this is, I feel like there's a little bit of pain in between you and them that I feel like is going through a lot of healing, this pain. Whoever they are, they're going individually through their own healing. So that's gonna possibly shift this pain somewhere. This pain that's in between the two of you definitely needs healing. And it needs addressing from both parts. Right now, I see them actively working on that, you know? Which is good. Let's do the Hierophant. The King of Cups, the Chariot, the Three of Wands. You've been showing up like this for a while where you're almost looking like you're holding the space, you know, for, especially in regards to this connection, for whatever needs to happen, you know, holding that space so that things can fall into place. Yeah, you've been looking like you've been in this energy for a little bit. And whoever is attached to you have been looking in the same way that, you know, they're healing something. They're going through something. There's an experience of healing there, for sure. And meanwhile, whatever is tied up to you personally, you know, for, in a sense of stability, you're trying to organize here by the looks of it. So don't let fear take over in that process of organizing. For the High Priestess in the immediate future, you get the Fool, the Judgment card, the Nine of Wands. Ooh, I see your intuition kicking in big time. And you're definitely feeling it and you're definitely going with it. And then right then, so let's say something shows up for you, an opportunity that your intuition tells you, go for it. You're like, okay, I'll go for it, you know. And as you do it, you pull back like last minute. Like, ugh, I don't know if I should do it. I don't know, I'm scared or something. Something shows up that definitely makes you want to, ooh, no, you know? Where you decide last minute, you know? But it's not based on your intuition. Could be your fear. Because ironically, this card fell, you know, this card of pulling back fell right under the energy of fear. Let's do the Eight of Wands. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, Two of Wands. It's almost like you're waiting for a confirmation that things are right, that this is the right decision. It's like your intuition is not enough of a confirmation. So it's almost like you're waiting to hear that message of confirmation from somewhere. Because I see almost like a constant energy of communicating, you know, with, I don't know who, the universe, a person, I have no idea. There's this energy exchange that's happening constantly. And then it's like, that's that 10% you need for the final confirmation for you to go for it. But it looks like they don't coincide in terms of your energy. Your intuition is telling you now, go for it. You're going for it, but then you pull back and you're like, okay, let's wait for that 10% of confirmation. But you have to wait for it for a little bit. And by the time that confirmation comes, the opportunity might be sailing away. You know, so it's quite interesting how it works here. It could be quite a good sign too, because if the opportunity is still there, that means it's definitely meant for you to go for it. But other times you will possibly lose some opportunities that, again, if they're meant for you, okay, you lose them now, but they might be coming back when the time is right, you know. But very interesting strategy here. That's an interesting one. I don't think, like, if my intuition would tell me, okay, go for it, I'm freaking going for it 100%. But in your case, you're definitely waiting for that, you know, final confirmation from somewhere. It's like you have a hidden source or something of, all right, give it to me straight, you know. But you kind of have to wait for it. There's a gap of time. So interesting approach. For the Strength card, you get the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Two of Swords. Basically, you have times where fear is trying to take over, where it disconnects you from your intuition, from your heart, from that knowing and trusting that, you know, I can fully trust myself in my decisions and in my choices. The thing is, you've reached that place of aligning with yourself and with your intuition. The problem is sometimes fear does show up, insecurities do show up, life shows up, life happens, right? So you might be blasted here and there by all sorts of things that trigger fear and insecurities to show up. And when that happens, when you allow for that to happen, you disconnect from the true you, your intuition, your heart, you know. So what you're showing me here ultimately is a sense of, at times you're having a hard time sustaining that connection to yourself. You know, ultimately you get there, but there's times where fear does take over and insecurities do take over. And those times leave you with like such a messy mind and so that would be your cue. You know, when you find yourself completely lost in here, just know you're disconnected from your heart and your intuition. And you know your way back. You know, it just takes some time sometimes, but you know your way back. So keep that in mind, you know. Whenever this runs loose, you've lost that connection. So it's kind of like trying to figure out a way on how to stay connected 100% to yourself as much as you can, you know, and accept also that sometimes you may lose that connection. It's okay. Get back on that horse, you know. Let's see what the universe has to close it off. The Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Cups, the Nine of Wands. Whatever you're experiencing at an individual level, it is going to reflect in this connection you got going on too. So it's almost like a parallel here. You know, it's not random that this connection shows up out of nowhere in your reading while we're talking about your own individual journey and trying to create space for this connection as well. So whatever you're experiencing in terms of ups and downs with connecting, disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, is definitely going to reflect in this connection as well. You know, so just so you know, because I do see this, you know, these changes sometimes into, it's hard to deal with this connection now. And I bet you the times that it's hard to deal with this connection is the times where you get lost in here, when you're not connected to yourself. Because in order to be connected to this connection, you would have to be connected fully to yourself. So, kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.